Welcome back to Tailgate Talk. I'm your host, Wyatt G. Week 7 NFL season. We are here. It is Thursday. It's not Victory Monday, but it's Victory Thursday. Packers find themselves at the top of the division just like that. Back in first place. Haven't been there since week 1. It's good to be back. Actually, week 2. Sorry about that. And we got a dub. Great game on Sunday. I was at the game. Fun time. Always a great time being at Lambeau. Weather was nice. Perfect t-shirt. Could have wore a sweatshirt. Great weather at the game Sunday. But it was great to be back at Lambeau. Tough start, though. Tough start in the first quarter. That first quarter was very dry, except the interception Jordan Love threw early on in the game. Otherwise than that quarter went quick, too. That throw, Jordan, so third down, rolled out, kind of forced it. I thought he was going to throw it out of bounds, honestly, but he did not make that move. Tried to throw it to the receiver, got tipped and intercepted for a little return. Happens. He's only got 2 in the season, so bright side. Looks like he's got a lot more control of this ball this year, and his accuracy is a lot better. Defense. Good defensive game. Wasn't too flashy at all. Only had 1 sack on the day. Went to Lucas Van Ness, who ended up getting hurt. Did not return to the game. But the defense only held them to 55 rushing yards. Chase Brown last year was a hell of a running back, and we all know how explosive he was if you're a fantasy person. But this year, it seems like they're not getting him involved that much, and that's probably got something to do with that offensive line for the Bengals. Terrible offensive line for the Bengals. Defense allowed 213 passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns, no interceptions on the day. For the most part, Flacco, solid day, but he was getting pressured. There were some calls. A lot of people were saying that Micah Parsons wasn't getting. I could see both sides, but 1 sack on the day, not enough pressure, but Flacco was definitely feeling the heat. Had to roll out a lot. We got him on a lot of third and long situations, which I believe they only went, 5 for 16 on third downs. That is not good. The Packers, they were over 50% on third downs for the day. Offensively, 153 yards rushing. Another game running the ball effectively. 256 pass yards. 3 touchdowns total for the Packers passing. Jordan Love, 1926. Very accurate day for Jordan. Had a couple balls that were a little, besides the pick, that were just a little off. Otherwise, Jordan, pretty good day. Besides the pick, 1 touchdown. He was running the ball. Looked a lot more mobile than we've ever seen Jordan, honestly. I think he's finding his legs a lot more. He's confident. Last year when he got hurt week 1 in Brazil, playing the Eagles, kind of messed up his running abilities, and we saw it a lot last year where the Packers struggled and looks like they couldn't get first downs, but this year Jordan is using his legs to extend the play and get first downs. Love to see it. Josh Jacobs, hell of a day. 93 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground, then 5 catches for 57 yards for your boy Josh. Over 100 yards, 2 tuds. Another good week for Josh. It seems like they're getting Josh involved more in the pass. A lot more involved in the pass, which I like it. Can't run it as effective, but they have been. Might as well pass it. He's a very explosive player whenever he gets the ball in his hands. He had the 9-yard rushing touchdown, then he had a 14-yard rush touchdown in the 4th. But yeah, good overall game. Packers got up on them 10-0 just like that. Come back, start scoring some points. But I feel like once they got that field goal where the Packers were starting to get closer and closer, then that big Tucker Kraft touchdown right there in the 4th quarter, that kind of punched a hole in Cincinnati's stomach and sent them packing. Great play by Tuck. You want to talk about a physical player? That is a physical player who can block, has high energy, good hands, and can make a play. Love Tuck. And I had him in fantasy too, so even better. And Josh. So, Tuck, 43 yards, 1 touchdown, only 2 catches, but one of them was a huge catch. Matthew Golden, 3 straight games of 53 or more yards. He had 86 Sunday. He had some big plays that got us a first down, kept the ball moving, especially in the fourth quarter late there. Kept the drive going for the Pack. Romeo, kind of a quiet day for Rome. Usually that's Love's outlet man, but only like 55 yards on the day for Romeo. It's about what he gets is in the 50s, but missing a touchdown for Romeo. That was about it. Then Lucas Havrisik, the kicker out of Arizona, played for the Rams last year, only played 9 games, was about to be a substitute teacher again. Ends up getting a call from Brian Goodikins, picks him up with Brandon McManus getting hurt. He goes 2 for 2 on field goals, as long as 43, had 3 extra points for a total of 9 points. Not bad for the kid, not bad at all. He got the only game ball Sunday from the Pack. Not bad to start your way with a new team. 2 big field goals that were pivotal, very pivotal. If we didn't get those field goals, who knows what would have happened. We've seen the Packers special teams as of late, and thank goodness there was none of that this past weekend. Otherwise, we might have lost to the Bengals. But hey, a win's a win. I see a lot of Packer fans complaining about the way we won, saying we should have blown Cincinnati out of the water. No. They're a good team. Cincinnati is a good team. I expected them to go into Green Bay and put up some points. They put up some points, but they didn't convert some big third downs and keep their drive moving when they needed to. They didn't turn the ball over. They kept a clean game. More than the Packers. So, something to be said about this Bengals team. Joe Flacco at the helm, I like that. A lot more than Jake Browning. Come on. Let's be honest, guys. Joe Flacco, Super Bowl MVP quarterback. Yes, he's old, but he's got so much knowledge and he can read a defense like a fiddle. Come on. But hey, 3-1-1. Find ourselves at the top of the NFC North. Now it's week 7. Let's go to our picks. Last week went 11-4. Not bad. Speaking of the Bengals, they play tonight at home versus Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers. Tomlin is 0-6 against divisional rivals on Thursday nights. I like the Bengals. This week. I think that their offense will get clicking, especially at home. But they got a tough task at hand with that Steelers defense that is starting to get going. Trey Hendrickson might not play. Big factor. I'm picking the Bengals, but I would not be surprised if Pittsburgh won. Sunday, we got the London game. The Los Angeles Rams play the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jaguars coming off of a tough home loss to Seattle Seahawks. And the Rams coming off of a gritty win against the Ravens. Gritty win. A lot of people thought that was going to be a blowout. Rams couldn't get too much going. But in London, it could be the Jags home field, guys. Could be the Jags home field advantage. But I got to go with the Rams. The Rams look good. Yes, Puka did get hurt. He is now questionable. But they still got a plethora of receivers in that Rams group. Taking the Rams. Saints at the Bears. Spencer Rattler playing Caleb Williams. Bears get a big Monday night win against Washington. Bears are clicking. They won 3 straight. I got to give it to the Bears. Got to give it to the Bears at home against the Saints. Saints defense looks terrible. Bears, oh boy, they're starting to get going. The Dolphins were a complete mess. Going to the Browns. Give me the Browns. Terrible game. Give me the Browns. I like them. The defense is going to carry them. New England Patriots, top of the AFC East, going to the Tennessee Titans. Mike Vrabel bowl game. I like the Patriots. Patriots are very stingy right now. They're looking good. Titans are a mess. Raiders at the Chiefs. Chiefs, come on. No question. Moving on. The Eagles going to the Vikings. Carson Wentz, Jalen Hurts. The Eagles have been a mess the last 2 weeks. Just a mess. But I think they can pull one off in Minnesota. Get a dub. Get back on track. Panthers 3-3 against the winless Jets. I think the Jets get a win this weekend at home Panthers 3-3. Still, until they get a few more games above 500 and start putting together some win streaks, the Panthers aren't proving nothing yet. Nothing. Giants at the Broncos. I love the Giants. Who doesn't love Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterbo? So fun to watch Cam and Dart. Just fun watching the Giants right now. I feel like it's better when the league has the Giants playing good ball. But Broncos defense, I like them at home. Top of the AFC, Indianapolis Colts against the Los Angeles Chargers, who kind of dwindled as of late. I like the Colts. Colts are playing great ball. Carry that momentum in Los Angeles where it's not too much of a home field advantage for them. Washington at the Cowboys. Washington has not looked like the team we saw last year. Cowboys offense is going crazy. Defense struggling. But at home, at the Cowboys. Sunday Night Football. Falcons at the Niners. Niners just lost a tough one in Tampa. Falcons, big home win against the Bills. See, I didn't pick this game yet coming into this. So right now, I think it's going to be bounce back win for the Niners until the Falcons can get some big wins under the belt. Yes, the Bills game was a big win, but until they get more, come on, they're not clicking all the way. I think the 49ers got this one at home. Buccaneers at the Lions. Lions have lost, what, one game? 2 games now straight? One game. They've lost one game. Tampa, banged up. I like the Lions at home. Texans at the Seattle Seahawks. Seattle, playing hot. Texans have looked terrible this year. Terrible. Packers, Cardinals, 325. Cardinals have lost 4 games straight, and they've lost by less than 4 or less. Tough for Cardinals fans. We saw that Titans game. They lost. Heartbreak. Just heartbreak. Injuries. Packers O-line. Here we are again. Jacob Monk put on IR. Anthony Belton, Jordan Morgan, Aaron Banks, and Zach Tom questionable for Sunday's game. Zach Tom was reported playing through a lot of pain during Sunday's game versus Cincinnati. Finished the game out, but was in a lot of pain. Said he didn't even remember playing. He blacked out due to the pain. You hate to see that. But the O-line played pretty good. I believe Jordan only got sacked twice. Running game was good. It was pretty much a clean day for the most part for Jordan. Pressured a little bit, but we need those O-linemen back. Cards defense, they have a lot of injuries. On this Cardinals defense, which they've been letting up a lot of points. So not good for them. Both teams banged up. Luke Van Ness avoided serious injury from his injury on Sunday. MRI reported. Will we see him this weekend? Hard to tell. Highly doubt it. Probably see Kingsley and Akbari get some more action. Sean. Some other guys there on the front. Seawad. Is he returning? He's looking good. But is he just good enough? They're being very careful with Christian Watson. Don't blame him. I do not blame him. Honestly, you might as well just bench Seawad one more week. Let him rest for that final week of that 21-day period window. And then have him back for Pittsburgh. You'll need him back for Pittsburgh. Dontavian Wicks suffered a little bit of an injury on Sunday. He'll be all right. He's back at practice. He should be fine. Josh Jacobs in this game. The Cardinals allowed 153 rushing yards. 153 rushing yards. And for 3 out of 4 games, Josh is at 84-plus rushing yards. I think it's going to be a big Josh Jacobs game. Running and receiving. He might not have 100 rushing, but I can guarantee you combined rushing and receiving yards, he will have over 100 yards, hands down. Hands down. Throwing a touchdown too, 1,000%. Jordan Love going against this battered Cardinals defense. He's been playing lights out. Yes, he threw an interception last week. Still had over a passer rating of 100. He's been lighting it up this year. Lighting it up. He's putting up almost Aaron Rodgers type numbers with how low his interceptions are, how high his yards are. Touchdowns, they'll grow. Once they get this offense figured out more over the year goes and get a couple more guys back receiving like Christian Watson, deep ball threat, Jaden Reed, speedy receiver, they can get clicking. So yeah, look for Jordan Love to have a big game. Big game. And who would have said the Packers have the best offensive third down in the league? We completed over 50% Sunday. They know how to get the ball moving. And a lot of us have been going at Matt LaFleur's play calling. Hell, I've been one of them. 1,000%. I'll admit that. Wasn't too bad. Was not too bad this past week. Packers were figuring out. But if you think about it, a lot of those conversions did come from Jordan running the ball and getting that first down. So ups to the credit to Jordan, son of Matt LaFleur. But the boys figure out a way to get first downs, and that's why they're the number one team offensively on third down conversions. Matthew Golden, look for him to get involved, 1,000%. He's been getting a lot more catches lately, 53 yards or more for 3 straight games. He's going to get the rock. He is going to get the rock. Will he get a touchdown? We don't know. He has yet to get one, I believe, this year. I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Or Romeo Doubs. Always the red zone threat for Jordan Love seems to be his go-to option. And then who's the quarterback for the Cardinals this week? Still no official confirmation. Kyler Murray, who had a concussion a couple weeks ago against the Titans in that ugly loss. Or Jacoby Brissett, who just threw 320 yards, 2 touchdowns, and a pick versus the Colts. Gave him some life offensively. They'll probably go with Jacoby. Let Kyler rest another week, and Jacoby's got the offense kind of going. But we will see. No official update. They put in Kyler. That might be best case. I'd rather have Kyler running out there with like a chicken with his head cut off than Jacoby, who is a taller quarterback, a veteran, who can read a defense a little bit better than Kyler. We have the 6th best third down defense, and we allowed the Bengals 6 for 13 on third down conversions. Defense put the Bengals in a hole all game long. All game long, it feels like they were always behind the chains. 3rd and 9, 3rd and 12, 3rd and 14. Bengals could not get a break. Defense getting pressure, making it tough on these teams, and they're not running the ball. Teams cannot run the ball on the Packers at all. At all. The closest one has been Judkins on the Browns. Otherwise, the Packers are stuffing it up front. And you got to worry about who? Michael Carter and Bam Knight, running backs for the Cardinals? Come on, please. Not worried about that. The only real threats the Cardinals have is Trey McBride and Zay Jones. And even Marvin Harrison. He's a little shaky. If he's even playing this week, too. If he is even playing this week. Feels like he's always hurt week to week. But so there's some threats. There are some threats defensively. Packers cornerbacks, we were worried about them getting cooked. Not too bad. Not too bad. Did not allow Jamar to go over 100 yards and only had 1 touchdown. T did not have a crazy day either. So maybe the Packers DBs will cover very well. Just got to worry about McBride and who's covering them. Some of the best linebackers in the league. Quay Walker, Edgerrin Cooper. Very fast, physical linebackers. Have the ability to cover McBride. And we'll see what those safeties for us too lurk with McBride, X, Javon, Evan. I like the matchup. I like the matchup defensively and offensively. I'd like a little bit more pressure by this defensive line. 1 sack for Cincinnati. LVN got it. Well, now he's out. Who's going to get the sack this week? Or sacks? We've only got, 2 Micah sacks on the season. I believe 4.5 sacks for Rashawn on the year. Rashawn hasn't had a sack in, I believe, since what? The Dallas game? Maybe even Cleveland. but I would like more pressure and them to get to the quarterback, actually. Enough of this throwing it away, throwing it and deflected. No, I want to grab that quarterback and bring him down. Big game. I like the Packers matchup. I like us getting the win for sure. Will it be a blowout? I don't know. But I think we can win this thing 28-17. 28-17. Let me know what your guys' score predictions are for this game. Should be a fun one, though. Should be a good one. There's not too many noon games. You start the morning off with the Jags and Rams game. That'll be a fun one. Would love to see the Rams get knocked off. Would love to see the Rams get knocked off by the Jags. Helps the Packers for playoff seeding and all that. I know that's way down the road, but we're looking long-term, guys. We are looking long-term if we want home field advantage throughout the playoffs and to win this division. Noon games to watch out for. Saints-Bears. Would love a Saints win in the Windy City. Then you have the Eagles playing the Vikings. Another divisional game to watch. Great game. Either a great team in the NFC is losing or a divisional rival is losing. Hey, I'll take it. As long as it doesn't end in a tie. As long as it doesn't end in a tie. Then another divisional game will happen on Monday night. Buccaneers at the Lions. Would love for the Buccaneers. Honestly, I don't know. That's a tough one. Buccaneers at the Lions. I don't want to root for either one because, we would love the Buccaneers to lose. Helps us in seeding. But then the Lions, divisional rival, you don't want them to get wins either. Don't want them to end in a tie, obviously. Seeing what that did for us helped us, actually. You know what? I might say I hope the Lions win. Helps us in seeding-wise. And then we can go ahead and take care of the Lions Thanksgiving Day and get another win against them. Lions got a tough schedule this year. They have a very tough schedule. I believe they still got to play the Eagles, the Browns, or not the Browns, the Bills. So the Lions do not have an easy schedule at all. But great slate of games Sunday. Great games. Got one at 9 or 8:30 our time Central Standard. Got some good divisional noon slate games. Then you got the Pack playing at 3 o'clock. Should be a fun Sunday night football game. Then you got a doubleheader Monday night football game. That's what we got today, guys. If you didn't join us, you just joined us now. We recapped the Bengals game, did our Week 7 around the league picks, and we just did a preview into the Arizona game. Yeah, I do got some signed jerseys in here. Got the Rodgers signed jersey and then the Yelich signed jersey. So, of course, got to have the signed jerseys. Got a few more, but they're just chilling. Appreciate the support, guys. We're doing this every week, either Thursday, Friday. Try to do this on Thursdays, like always. We'll do a recap of the previous game on Sunday or Monday. We'll dive into our picks, and then we'll look at the preview for the Packers' next game. But make sure you guys don't already do it. Like, subscribe, Wyatt G, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Check it out, guys. Make sure you support the Pack. Come on, guys. Let's go. Should be a fun game. Well, we'll see you guys next week. Go, Pack, go. See you next week.